This is the example of what I expect from you for indirect measurement. What I measured, I have a baby girl and my house is ransacked with toys, so I chose two at random. In this case, a finger puppet elephant and Mr. Duck, though Mr. Duck might be a chicken, we're not quite sure. Using the height of the elephant, the length of its shadow, and the duck's shadow length, I could find the height of the duck. So using the height of the elephant, its shadow length, and those create a right triangle. The duck's shadow length, I can find its height because it makes a similar right triangle, a proportional right triangle. I measured the height of the elephant, its shadow, and the shadow of the duck. I set those up in a proportion. I cross-multiplied. Without measuring the duck directly, I have concluded that it is 20.2 centimeters tall. That's where X would be. Now, to check my work, I measured the duck. It was actually 19.7 centimeters tall. Therefore, my measurement was off by half a centimeter. That's pretty good, Mr. Duck. Why weren't the direct and indirect measurements exactly the same? I am but a human who makes small mistakes. It is difficult to accurately measure the height of a duck if the height is in the middle of the body, and also is very hard for me to tell where the end of the shadow was. This concludes my presentation on indirect measurement. Now the question is, how would I have graded this? This is in the scoring rubric I handed out today. First of all, I used a PowerPoint Prezi or some other form of electronic type. That would have been a 10 out of 10. I think it was well done, if I don't mind saying so myself. The audio was kind of fuzzy. I could have taken more time to get that finished. I know how to do that, so I would have graded myself lower on that. But most of you don't have the tools for that, so I would not have graded you lower on that if it sounds fuzzy, as long as I can hear you. Pictures or video of what you did in the PowerPoint. Yes. Most of my PowerPoint was the picture of what I did, and I used the tools in PowerPoint to really illustrate my two similar right triangles. Mathematics. I showed the proportion used and all the calculations involved. I also had a slide after that verified my answer. That's where I directly measured the duck, chicken thing, and found out that I was actually just half a centimeter off. If it is not possible for you to actually measure whatever it is you're trying to measure, then explain why you couldn't. I couldn't measure the top of the tree because it was very, very tall. Something like that. Creativity. I'm a creative guy. I probably give myself a lower score on this just because I could have been more creative with it. However, with you, I would probably be very nice in this aspect because it is subjective. And some people, just putting something on a PowerPoint is considered creative. So I can't change that from person to person. So as long as you don't do something that's like poking my eyes out with a stick, you should be fine. Good luck.